Is it time to buy or sell Rocket Lab stock? In this video, we're diving deep into Rocket Lab. Our initial report was published on our website on Monday, the 7th of July, 2025. And now we're here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You don't want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and get free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. Since the 23rd of April, 2025, our system has ranked Rocket Lab as a hold accumulate, assigning it a score of 0. Now, let's examine the stock's performance during this time frame. Throughout this period, the stock has exceeded our expectations, achieving a gain of 91.62% since we initially recommended purchasing Rocket Lab 51 days ago. This equates to an average return of 1.80% per day since its designation as hold accumulate. A score of 0 signals that our system foresees significant volatility and risk for the upcoming trading day. Given the latest developments, we are unable to predict the stock's next direction as it could potentially move in either direction. The stock has broken through a strong upward trend in the short term, signaling an even more robust rate of increase. Should there be any pullback, support will now be found at the ceiling of the trend that has been breached, specifically at $35.94. This level may present a second opportunity for significant gains. According to fan theory, the next potential peak could be at $42.69, representing a resistance level that might not be surpassed on the first attempt. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential change of approximately 81.84% over the next 3 months, with possible returns ranging between 36.49% and 68.09%. Looking at the longer term, our 12-month analysis indicates a projected change of 145.30%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could fluctuate between 43.33% and 171.53% over the next year. In practical terms, this would suggest a future price somewhere between $55.73 and $105.57. Our latest daily update for Rocket Lab includes the headline, Volatile Ride for Rocket Lab Stock Price on Monday, moving between $35.28 and $39.06. The Rocket Lab stock price gained 9.18% on the last trading day, which was Monday, the 7th of July, 2025, rising from $35.61 to $38.88. During this trading day, the stock fluctuated 10.71% from a day low at $35.28 to a day high of $39.06. The price has increased in 6 of the last 10 days and is up by 29.43% over the past 2 weeks. Volume has increased on the last day, along with the price, which is a favorable technical sign. In total, 26 million more shares were traded than the day before, with 34 million shares bought and sold for approximately $1.33 billion. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest price of the stock was $39.06, and the lowest price was $4.20. Currently, the price is 0.46% or 18 cents below the 52-week high of $39.06, which is also the all-time high for the stock. Rocket Lab Corp., trading as RKLB, has seen a significant increase in its stock price, rising by 9% amid the ongoing public conflict between President Donald Trump and SpaceX's CEO Elon Musk. This clash seems to have sparked investor interest in Rocket Lab, positioning it as a viable alternative within the expanding space industry. Additionally, Rocket Lab has recently been added to the Russell 1000 Index, which highlights its strong market presence and is likely to enhance its appeal to institutional investors. The company also reported impressive first-quarter fiscal 2025 revenues of $122,600,000, reflecting a year-over-year increase of 32.1%, driven by robust performance in its space systems sector. This financial growth reinforces long-term optimism regarding Rocket Lab's ability to capture a larger market share, especially with its Neutron rocket development aiming to compete with major players like SpaceX's Falcon 9. However, the broader market's cautious stance, influenced by Trump's trade tariff threats, may impact investor sentiment in the short term. Despite this, Rocket Lab's strong operational execution and significant backlog, with over half of the contracts convertible within a year, underscore its readiness to seize upcoming contracts and opportunities in the burgeoning $1.8 trillion global space economy. Overall, while short-term volatility may continue due to macroeconomic factors, Rocket Lab's solid financials and strategic positioning could assure its long-term growth trajectory, making it a potentially attractive investment prospect in the space sector. Analyst ratings. On Tuesday, the 3rd of June 2025, it was reported that KeyBank assigned RKLB an overweight rating with a hold recommendation. On Friday, the 28th of February 2025, KeyBank again assigned RKLB an overweight rating with a hold recommendation. On Thursday, the 14th of November 2024, BTIG assigned RKLB a neutral rating with a hold recommendation. On Wednesday, the 23rd of October 2024, KeyBank once again assigned RKLB an overweight rating with a hold recommendation. On Friday, the 27th of September 2024, KeyBank reiterated its overweight rating for RKLB with a hold recommendation. Analysts have assigned Rocket Lab stock an overall strong sell rating. They classify the price-to-earnings ratio as strong sell, and the price-to-book ratio also receives a strong sell designation. Regarding return on investment, analysts have rated the stock with a strong sell assessment. The following signals have been identified for Rocket Lab. The Rocket Lab stock currently presents buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, indicating a favorable outlook for the stock. Additionally, a general buy signal is observed as the short-term average is positioned above the long-term average. In the event of downward corrections, support is expected at levels of $35.97 and $29.25. A decline below either of these levels would trigger sell signals. A buy signal was generated from a pivot bottom point on Friday, the 13th of June, 2025, and thus far, the stock has increased by 53%. Further gains are anticipated until a new top pivot point is established. Furthermore, a buy signal is indicated by the 3-month moving average convergence divergence. Notably, volume is increasing alongside the price, which is recognized as a positive technical signal. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence divergence, buy signal, pivots, buy signal from 15 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal from 10 days ago. Short-term moving average, buy signal from 13 days ago. Long-term moving average, sell signal from 54 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages, buy signal from 57 days ago. If we look at the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, buy signal from 13 days ago. The long-term moving average, buy signal from 37 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages, buy signal from 31 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you wish to discover more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for Rocket Lab. On the downside, the stock finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $35.38 and $32.78. There is a natural risk involved when a stock is testing a support level, since if this is broken, the stock may then fall to the next support level. In this case, Rocket Lab finds support just below today's level at $35.38. If this is broken, then the next support from accumulated volume will be at $32.78 and $29.64. This stock may experience significant movement during the day, and given the large prediction interval from the Bollinger Band, it is considered to be at a very high risk. Over the last day, the stock moved $3.78 between high and low, which is a change of 10.71%. For the last week, the stock has had a daily average volatility of 7.89%. Before we dive into the potential trading levels for Rocket Lab, let's quickly cover some essential fundamental data. First, we have the price-to-earnings ratio, commonly known as the PE ratio. This important metric measures a company's current share price in relation to its earnings per share. A negative P/E ratio indicates that the company has negative earnings or is operating at a loss. Even well-established companies can experience downturns, often due to factors beyond their control. However, a pattern of negative P/E ratios may suggest ongoing profit issues and could raise concerns about potential bankruptcy risks. In other news, the upcoming earnings report for the third quarter of 2025 is anticipated on the 14th of August, 2025. Analysts have consensus estimates at negative 0.1. It is important to monitor these figures, as they can significantly influence stock prices. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for Rocket Lab. There is no significant resistance from accumulated volume above, which indicates that the stock could move upwards swiftly under the right conditions. In this case, you might consider entering a position and using volume to help determine when to exit. On the downside, Rocket Lab encounters its first support level at $35.38. If this support level holds, it could serve as a promising entry point, anticipating a rebound. The combined average rating for Rocket Lab from multiple analyst sources is a strong sell. Let's take a look at some recent insider trades. On June 24, 2025, Saint Hill Merlin conducted an insider sale of 4,053 shares of common stock. On June 24, 2025, Saint Hill Merlin conducted an insider sale of 2,300 shares of common stock. On June 20th, 2025, Saint Hill Merlin conducted an insider sale of 1,700 shares of common stock. On June 20th, 2025, Saint Hill Merlin conducted an insider sale of 4,653 shares of common stock. On June 12, 2025, Akko Matthew conducted an insider sale of 142,178 shares of common stock. Based on the 100 most recent insider trades, we've calculated the insider power to be negative with a ratio of negative 25.745. Overall, insiders purchased 59,081,484 shares and sold 118,244,341 shares in the last 100 trades. Our recommended stop loss is set at $37.58, reflecting a decline of 3.34%. This stock experiences significant daily fluctuations, which introduces a high level of risk. The 14-day relative strength index stands at 83, further amplifying the potential risks involved. However, there is a buy signal indicated by a pivot bottom that was identified 14 days ago. Is Rocket Lab stock a good buy? Rocket Lab shows several positive signals. However, we do not currently consider these sufficient for a buy recommendation. At this time, it is advisable to think of it as a hold candidate, suggesting either to hold or accumulate shares while monitoring for further developments. Given some minor weaknesses in the technical analysis, we have adjusted our valuation from a buy to a hold or accumulate recommendation since our last assessment. After examining the volatility and price movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Tuesday, the 8th of July, we anticipate that Rocket Lab will open lower by $1.14, starting at $37.74. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and it is advisable to consult with a financial advisor before engaging in the buying or selling of any securities. Your investment decisions should not be solely based on StockInvest.us. By utilizing this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current perspective on the stock. Do you agree or disagree? Please share your thoughts in the comments. What is your target for this stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day. With warm regards from all of us here at Stock Invest.